So after functional requirement for the cladding and curtain wall construction, we are going to start to learn this grouping for the external wall framing, mainly grouped as uh, is specified. Uh, just look at your presentation screen. That is infill wall framing to structural grid. Second is solid and cavity walling of stone, block and brick. Then facings applied to solid and cavity background walls. Other one is cladding panels of precast concrete. Then sheet metal cladding and yes, glaze wall system. It is further divided into subgroups also, like the infill wall framing or structural grid is that is grid or framing emphasis, then horizontal emphasis, then vertical emphasis. It is depend upon the construction system is feasible and according to the requirement of the design of the particular project and the building is decided. One by one, we are going to learn about all those systems. You can see one solid and cavity walling of stone, block and brick, which is subdivided into two parts, that is solid wall and the cavity wall. Again, solid wall for the number of materials we can use like brick, stone. Nowadays, some ACC concrete blocks and all those things are also available in the market. For cavity wall, there is a construction technique. We are going to learn that is restraint fixing and the load bearing fixing. Even the next topic is also subdivided into a number of things. So we'll see one by one. We are going to start with the infill wall framing to the structural grid, and we are going to learn what is incorporations in this particular topic. Now, this infill wall framing to structural grid, as the name suggests, it's infill. That means there is some kind of structural frame, that is RCC, beam and column frame, and this frame for the particular high-rise building or mid-rise building. The glass framing is fixed with the glass panels fixed with the metal framing with waterproofing and water sealing agent as a mastic asphalt, mastic base chemical agents. So that will be very good waterproofing at the joints for the vertical as well as horizontal joints, and this will be good for the region which is quite low with the temperature. Uh, this kind of system quite difficult for the maintenance in the area where the temperature is too high, because too many things need to be taken care of, like rainfall, like rising temperature. Those things lead this structural frame to corrosion, and maintenance will be a tedious part in this kind of structure. I want to show you some uh, some views which is from Barry's book. Now just look at the one particular building having balcony projections, and other side of the building you can see where only column and beam grid is visible. So the opening part of the building is treated with this kind of frames. So treated with these kind of frames, and this opening is fixed with uh, timber or maybe the metal frame, and the whole panel made up of different type of glass like nowadays DGU W glass, in fact UV rays resistant glass panels are also getting used nowadays, but previously it was not. So this kind of maintenance issue, as I specified before, it arises. Some examples which is in our surrounding, that is this hotel Lee Meridian, which is at Nagpur Wardha Road, and this building is, you can say, some part of this building is covered or designed with this infill framing structural grid. Now, what is that horizontal emphasis and the vertical emphasis? It is type of technology that if you observe properly in this particular project, this system is incorporated on the columns and the beams. So if beams are not in the consideration of this kind of installation, as you see this part of the building, where only vertical supports are there, then no horizontal supports is a part of this system. No horizontal support having active part in the uh, installation of this structural cladding, the structural treatment. So that you can say it's called as vertical emphasis. And if in some part, some design, where vertical support are not taken in the consideration, only the horizontal support, that is beams and slabs, are taken into consideration. So that will be called as a horizontal emphasis. So this is example in front of you, which is used with the combination of horizontal as well as vertical emphasis and the combination of grid framing. That's why it's called as infill wall framing to structural grid. Now, next topic, that is solid and cavity walling of stone blocks and bricks. And definitely, both having their own advantage at their own level, and according to the climatic weather condition, according to the availability of material and the technology, it all those techniques are getting used. Now, in the solid and cavity walling of stone block and bricks, as I previously specified, solid wall as well as cavity wall. Solid wall with the number of this construction element like brick, stone, and nowadays number of market forms available. That is uh, this artificial stone is chiplets of stone arranged with the backings, structural backings, and which can be actually attached on the building. Then one more thing under cavity wall we are going to learn, that is restraint fixing and load bearing fixing. So in detail, now we are going to study that solidity and cavity walling of stone block and brick block. So first of all, so in solid wall, just observe this sketch which is from book, and how these RCC elements, RCC elements, which is quite beam and slab assembly, beam which is running at